got 5 more speakers lined up for you tonight. So won't you join me in giving a welcome to our first speaker of session 2, Andy Nulman, who's going to go through his life in pictures that he's never seen before. This is completely improvised. Welcome, Andy.
Well, I've had a good life, but I got to admit, it hasn't always been easy. I was born with a twin brother growing out of my head that had to be surgically removed. It was not easy. There was a lot of blood, but it was well worth it. I've since kept him as a little pet. I wear him as a charm on my keychain. You can see him. It's in my pocket in the back room. This was my home. It was my father was an architect, and what he did is he built spider-like contraptions. It was incredible. My family would go ahead. What was wonderful was in the winter, snow removal was so easy because we didn't have to shovel. We just had to climb down from this, and not really climb because we flew. Because as kids, my parents were kind of crazy. They said, well, we're going to create this crap in the basement, and we're going to try and send you out there. That was my dad there on the right. That's my mom right here. You can tell by the boobs. That is my mother. We loved animals, and we found that military training of our animals is very important. I went to West Point with my dogs. That's me right there, and we trained our dogs incredibly well. One of the great things as a kid, I learned where they put how they put the caramel into caramel milk. It was horrifically traumatic for me, which is why to this day, whenever I see chocolate, I break out in hives. So if we can move to the next slide, it'll probably be better for all of us. This is a picture, actually, of my son Aiden. He actually has that suit, and I wish I were joking about that. My son actually does have that suit, and this is him with holy shit, what is this? With his offspring. Yes, my son Aiden, unfortunately I'm a young grandfather, and we had twins, and he keeps them in the box because he can't really afford an apartment, but that's the story when you move out so young. This is my mistress. I hate to say this, but hey guys, come on, we're all old here, and unfortunately she's a little bit of a pyromaniac, but she's so sweet, and I put up with that type of stuff with her because the sex is incredible. Oh God, come on. What is this? Kurt Waldheim, I think, ladies and gentlemen. As a Jew, I don't know, to me, anybody who meets with people like that is a Nazi. So, okay, the Nazi, oh my God, look at this. Speaking about Jews, this is myself, growing up, I was an entrepreneur. We were in Jamaica, and we came up with a kosher jerk pork, myself and my partner, Garner Bornstein. We ended up saying, this isn't working well, maybe we should go to the tech business. So we started Airborne Entertainment, which, this was our first office on St. Lawrence Street. It was very, very tough to make a living in a building like this because it was too airy, particularly for the winters of Montreal. So we changed it to have something a little bit more reasonable like this. If you don't know this, ladies, this is in the bagel factory. This is what they dip the bagels in before they put them in the. So enjoy them when you go there tonight. Actually, this is a hot tub for kosher for Jews, for Hasidic Jews. And speaking about Hasidic Jews, my grandmother. It's an amazing photo of her. She was a wonderful woman. Drank a little too much, and these are some of her sex toys she's sitting with. That is actually an anal plug on the right, which is why she looks so happy. Come on, guys, we're old enough here. What is this? Me at the Parliament buildings in Ottawa on a day when I said, you know what? I thought it was going to be a whole lot colder. Jesus Christ, that's the goddamn immobile weather forecast. Terrible, just absolutely terrible. But this is why I left Airborne, the tech business, ladies and gentlemen. I found that most of my employees were like this, like sheep, and this is what I was doing, walking around drinking coffee all day. I said, I got to do something. I got to get back to my roots, and perhaps I'm going to go back into the comedy business and stand up on stage. My hero, Kim Jong-il, with his sex toy, ladies and gentlemen. This is why he's always unhappy, because he's looking for the switch at this point in time. Jeanette, this is what happens when you marry your cousin. And this is very, very prevalent in my family because of the fact, obviously, it's hard for us to get dates. So, the clothing just is, okay, what's this? Because the sex toy is just going on. This again is what we have Shabbos dinners, ladies and gentlemen, at my house. This is our challah, which makes me very popular with my wife and my rabbi. There is my rabbi, ladies and gentlemen. That is Rabbi Abraham Cohn, who left when he went to these quotes. He left me with a motto to live the rest of my life with, and that motto, ladies and gentlemen, very, very important. And it is. The motto is, when in doubt, go to Japan and sell your goddamn business and and try and come up with something funny. Come on, you couldn't come up with anything better for the last life, for Christ's sake. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's my life. Thank you so much.